Tinubu rushed to sign the law without even reading it because he said it gives him headache. Okonkwo, signing the law gives him headache. Damn, I don't even know. You already know that you are not fit. You are not very strong to become a president. You said you want to be there. Emilokon. They will give you a document to read. You say that because you have headache, you just sign it. You won't read it. Can you imagine? He will just sign anything. That's how they take things to him, and he just signs them. Once the years have it, once the nays have it, I mean, whatever how they used to do it, the National Assembly, and then he goes to sign it because it's giving you headache. Okay, political shockwaves are rocking Nigeria. Kenneth, a senior figure in the African Democratic Congress, has slammed President Bola Tinubu for reportedly rushing to sign a controversial law without even reading it. Can you imagine? Claiming it gives him a headache. Wow. Speaking on Channels Television, Okonkwo revealed that the National Assembly passed the contentious legislation on the 17th, and the president quickly signed it. Okay, I think probably it's the electronic, that they don't want electronic voting. I think that was what that's what he's talking about, because that was what he signed of recent. That was what the president signed of recent. Okay, and the president quickly signed it off, seemingly without understanding the content. He accused the administration of sidelining democracy, arguing that the law weakens internal party systems and gives too much power to dominant leaders. Okonkwo also criticized the removal of indirect primaries, saying it reduces the role of delegates and makes it easier for preferred candidates to be favored. He warned that this could discourage competition, weaken public trust, and tilt the political playing field in favor of the ruling party. He further called out contradictions in electoral policies, pointing out that while electronic transmissions of election results is claimed to be impossible due to infrastructure, digital members' registration is being pushed. A move, he says, strengthens the ruling party's hand at the expense of opposition groups. In his cutting words, and this National Assembly promulgated the law on the 17th, and Tinubu rushed to sign it. When he has not even read it, what is inside, because he said it gives him headache. So reading gives you headache. Reading is giving you headache. Then you get somebody to read it out to you before you sign it. You get somebody to read it out to you before you sign it. I just signed what you did not read. Now, wow. God, I say God will help us in this country. This country, it's only God that can intervene in our matter. I'm telling you. When the FM says it's because APC of Akpabio, Tinubu, and all the idiot APC useless members disregard Nigerian citizens. And see, they no rate us at all. They no rate us. They know that we can't do anything. We can't protest. We can't fight. They just do anything that they like. They just do anything that they like because we are not angry enough. When Nigerians get angry enough and decide that we are more than these politicians, we are way more than them. They cannot buy everybody. It's not possible. That day, it's going to come. I believe so. If the Coker says Okonkwo, the young lawyer, should be spending more time in the courts to get necessary experience instead of devoting most of his time to unnecessary comments on political issues at various fora almost 24/7. What's your own? What's your business? Nnamdi Odiboego says, what I always like to make known is that today is Yoruba man that sits on the throne, but not to be there forever. All this looks like it favors Yoruba and they are commenting rubbish. If Igbo or Hausa sit as president, will they favor the Yorubas, or will they start telling us that they have repented and know that evil is evil? I know that one. King Share says the day he signs the law was the day they rigged the election. So Tinubu has won the 2027 election, obviously, because all of this is in a bid to make sure that he wins 2027 election and nothing more. Ekonye says it's so unfortunate. Headache, nothing we know the headache, nothing we know the hear from this country. Our professional number, one of the countries, say reading a document before signing they give him headache. I hear low, as in, how can you say that reading something is giving you headache? What kind of headache is that? Taiwo Ogutade says this man doesn't know how to talk. Go and teach him now. Nuhu Ibrahim says, for me, if God gives him, fine. If God no give him, fine, but I know our prayers in this country must work. One day of a better Nigeria, keep on praying. People, that is the solution of our country. Charles Agay says, if you delay in signing, you would have complained. You believe being in opposition is to oppose everything. If the ruling party calls your name, you may even deny that it's not your name. Adepodi says, baby lawyer, you better go back to Nollywood because you only like to shout without facts. Do you know the president is like you, that wouldn't go through the content of the law even before it was debated at the floor of the Senate? Mumu. Now you be Mumu, cause were you there when the president read it? Were you there? Romano says, my joy is that everyone feels the heat in Nigeria today. Stray bullet has no direction. They might favor you today, but remember, what goes around comes around. Boniface in there says, that is the only way he thinks he can win election, so he will sign it in a hurry. Gabriel says, you got it wrong again, as you always do. Ashwaji already knew what the dead on arrival political party you represented is going to come up with next. After the protest of the National Assembly gates, as one who is smart and always 100 steps ahead of you guys, he went on to sign so you can go on and expose yourself the more. I'm pretty sure that before campaign will start, you might have run out of ideas which will make Ashwaji victory very easy going into the election. You hear this, man. Umeke Siobi says, as long as he had manual as the clause, he had even approved it before he got to his table for signing. That is where the cheat is. That is where his power lies. If you are not happy, go to court. Okay, no wahala. Sophilo said, what of the fate of Nigeria's democracy? Fate. Okonkwo says, it's likely the advanced copy may have been read and corrections made swiftly before the late copy was sent for assent to avoid delay. Allegedly. Help Nigeria. One love keep us together. No be small thing. I go tell me, okay. And he says, the country where those to be led are the leaders. Ebileko said, Mr. Man, go and sit down one side. Why should you go and sit down one side? Akayavo says, the man called Kenneth is saying the right thing, please. Obichoma says, I doubt the same people still see you as a serious character. You are clowning so much for attention. Strong said, you just talk anyhow seeking media relevance. Tinubu was the second-term governor 23 years ago. How old were you then and where were you? What has that got to do with what he's saying? I beg. Ishiru says, I should suggest that because Tinubu government are liars. So my listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.